it's no strange why so many people feel like they have left their life out of their hands. They have no control over the things that happen. In 2018, 2019, everything was lovely. Everything was great. My life, at least in my life, everything was doing great. Every simple thing. And then the pandemic hit. Everything turned out. And just when the pandemic finished, the world announced that the stores will open. No need to wear masks. Another war. And it's no strange why so many people nowadays have financial problems, have well-being problems. Inflation hit all-time high. We're facing another kind of pandemic. But here comes the good news. I know we cannot control a lot of things that happen around the globe, and you know this too. We cannot control how the events unfold, what's gonna come next, how many disasters we're gonna wait to happen in the future. We can control what happens in our own life. And by the 5 things we're gonna say in this video, 5 things that truly helped me face this crisis in my life and take these uncontrollable things that happen in my own hands and control them, put them under my control. They will truly help you take your life into your own hands. The first thing is the boring thing called action. I know if you don't skip this video now, you're probably gonna watch it till the end. So stick with me because you're gonna be glad that you watched this video. So the boring thing called action, the subtle art of doing something cannot be avoided. It's the only gap between taking this life into our own hands, under our own government, instead of letting it all slip away. Because when you do, you have some sense of predictability of what can happen now and in the future. We can never be 100% sure of what's gonna happen, of what kind of events gonna unfold by our own actions. But we have a sense of control of what's gonna happen now and in the future. And I know a lot of people look for external factors such as motivation, inspiration, some kind of magical thing to fall from the sky so they can start doing stuff, but that thing doesn't exist. As a matter of fact, the art of action, of doing something, is not a linear sequence. A lot of people think they should be motivated and inspired. They should blast from inspiration, wake up happy to do stuff. But this almost never happens. If we wait for those sudden bursts of motivation, we're never gonna take control over our own life and everything will slip away. And this is the game-changing thing about action and doing. It's not a linear sequence, it's a circle. No matter which way you approach that circle, you're gonna get inspired and motivated on the way. This is the trick almost nobody talks about. You don't have to be inspired and motivated. Just by getting your ass up and doing something, you can get inspired and motivated on the way. It's not a linear sequence. You don't start from motivation and inspiration. You start from whatever happens in your life. Even if you're lazy, even if you're hungry, like me right now. I need to go to lunch, but I'm sitting here filming this video. And I'm inspired and getting motivated on the way. This is my 10th try to film this video, by the way. And just as I was filming this burst of energy came to me. I don't even feel what I'm talking about at the moment, but I'm getting in that state of flow and I don't need inspiration and motivation to push me to do something. The first thing to instill control in our own life is taking some form of action. That way, we can increase the chance of predictability. The second is instant versus delayed gratification. And what this basically means, and I spoke about this in the previous video, that should pop right here or here, some in the upper corners. This basically means that a lot of people want to satisfy their needs and wants as fast as they can. People believe in overnight success, even though such a thing doesn't exist. Now, instant gratification, beautiful example, is junk food, right? A lot of people want to eat junk food, and I'm one of those people myself. I just ate pizza a couple of days ago, and I enjoy every bite of that pizza. But what happens with instant gratification is that once we finish eating, we enjoy for 10 minutes, the spiral goes down instantly. We feel sleepy, we feel with less energy, we'll gain weight probably, and we will feel like our mind will be clouded. This is what instant gratification does. It gives you pleasure now, but you suffer the long-term consequences. While on the other hand, we have delayed gratification. As the word and phrase suggests, we have delayed gratification. We suffer now, but enjoy the long-term benefits of that thing. Now, exercise is a beautiful example, right? When we start exercising, that was a long time ago. I started exercising 15, 16 years ago. When we start exercising, we feel so sore in the beginning. We have less energy. We feel sleepy. We feel tired all the time. But as we continue to engage in that activity, we feel sexy. We feel hot. We feel great. We feel like this cloud in our mind is gone. We think freely, we have more energy, and all these things that exercise does to our bodies. So we delay that gratification so we can have the long-term benefits. And this effect of instant and delayed gratification quadruples, because if you engage in instant gratification, again the same example with exercise, the spiral will go down all the time, and you will most probably, if you eat junk food every single day, you will have health problems, you have clogged arteries, and all the bad things that happen if you eat every single day junk food. While on the other side, if you exercise every single day, it's a suffering at the moment, and then you're enjoying the long-term benefits. And you're still up here, up on that spiral, and then you suffer a bit, and then you enjoy the long-term benefits again. The third is progress, and progress is catalyst for success and all those good emotions that we get when we vibrate on a higher frequency. Because we all know, this is unavoidable fact, we all know that we are gonna die one day. Just we choose to forget that. It's every day in our subconscious mind. Our body reminds us that today you're not gonna have the same energy when you're 10, 20, 15 years older. So we all have this tickling clock in our subconscious mind. And when people indulge in instant levels of gratification all the time, scrolling on social media, watching Netflix, they know, they're pressed down by this subconscious mind that they're gonna die one day and they're doing nothing about their dreams and goals and visions. And we get depressed, we get anxious, and we vibrate on a low level frequency. And the emotions are frequencies. If you vibrate, they're movement basically. If you vibrate at a higher frequency, means that there is more movement. You see, we must move, we must see progress, we must put step by step forward in order for us to be happy and to vibrate even more at a higher frequency. So the third thing is progress. In order to be happy, in order to have the life we want to have in our own control, we must see progress in our own doing. Okay, so the fourth one is balance. And I think sometimes it's okay to be disbalanced for a short period of time. For example, when you start your own company, right? You will spend every minute working on that company. You will abandon sleep, you will abandon your friends, spend even less time with your family. So for a certain period of time, it's okay when you work in extremes. But if that period of time expands to years, you're not gonna have friends, you're not gonna have family, you will fall out of shape, and you will get to the dark side, as I would like to say. That's why we need to find balance in life. For example, if you work for, let's say, 7-8 hours, you need to spend 2-3 hours with your family. You need to exercise, work on your hobbies for an hour. You need to spend time cooking maybe, if you don't have a chef at home, cooking healthy food. You need to pay attention to each and every aspect of your life. When we balance life, we get more control over the things that happen in our day. For example, you know that from 5 to 6 you're gonna exercise. You know that from 8 to 4 to 5 you're gonna work. From 7 to 9 you're gonna spend time with the family. You have overview over your own day. So use the balance to instill control. And the fifth and the last, I think major driving force are regrets in my life. So the fifth is regrets. As I have observed myself, I want to eliminate or lower that number of regrets I have as much as I can while I'm still young and healthy and vigorous. I don't want to lay in bed when I'm 90, 95, God bless, as much as I can live, and say, I wish I had the courage to stay true to myself. I wish I stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I did this and that. No, I want to eliminate as much of those things as I can while I'm young. And I think this is major driving force in the young people. Why? Because when we are driven to do things, to have less and less regrets, we will focus on progress and we will focus on the major thing, the first one, action. We'll do so many things now while we still can, and we will avoid all those scrolling on social media, those useless clips of funny cat and dog videos, because time is running by in a blink of an eye. It was like yesterday I had 20 years. And by doing these 5 things, we can stay away from all the junk that happens around the globe. Because let's be honest, we're 8-9 billion people. All kind of crazy bad happens around the globe. And if you focus on those things, of criminals, of psychopaths, if that's not your job, of course, you're gonna have a miserable life. You're gonna live in fear, because that's what we do as humans. We wanna stay away from real danger, and we wanna be informed of the real fear. So what happens around the globe is none of your business. If you can fix what happens in the room you're currently in, that's what matters. So let's recap real quick. The first is action, the boring thing that nobody wants to do. Everyone wants to skip the work, the real work we put in the physical reality. But that's something we cannot skip. And always remember, it's not a linear sequence. You don't start from motivation and inspiration so you can take some form of action. It's a circle. No matter which way you approach the circle, even if you're lazy at the moment, if you stand up and do the things you should, you will get inspired and motivated, and you will get energy on the way. The second was that we should always have delayed gratification. Focus on something that we may suffer now, not like suffer and lay in bed, all the bad emotions. No, suffer now, for example, exercise, so you can see the long-term benefits. Work on your company now, spend endless hours in the beginning. It's okay to be disbalanced, which is the next step. It's okay to be disbalanced, delay your gratification so you can have the long-term benefit of financial freedom. The third is balance, right? It's okay to be disbalanced, as we said before. It's okay to work on something that will give you long-lasting benefits in the beginning, but don't expand that thing so you can lose the balance in your own life. The fourth is progress. Always focus on progress, or it was the third. I don't remember, it doesn't matter. Always focus on progress, because progress gives you the high vibrational emotions. Because as much as you see movement in your own life, emotion is vibration at a higher frequency. So as much as you see progress in your own life and you take some form of action, you vibrate at a higher frequency. Then the fifth and the last is regrets, the thing we just spoke previously. So always strive towards to have less regrets in life. Take some form of action. Don't waste your life, because life goes by in a blink of an eye. Believe me, you don't want to be 40, 50, 60 years old and regret the things you didn't do. Chumps, in a way, I hope this video inspired you to take some form of action or to instill control over your own life. And if you focus on what happens here, instead of these bullshit stories we're told on social media, we can live a lot better lives. And if I helped you in some way with this video, make sure to tap that like button below, because it truly helps me spread my videos to even more people, so more people can see them and be inspired. Also, if you like this philosophy, feel free to subscribe. Don't be shy, click that button left or right. Subscribe on this channel so we can hang out more in the future. See you, champ, in the next video here, where the lamp is.